Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get mine. You get yours.
Hey guys, it's Master and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Xiaomi Mi Watch Lite. I have it here. And if you've been following my channel for a while now, you know that I've been a fan of Xiaomi and their smartwatches. I've had the Mi Band 2, the Mi Band 3, and recently I've been using the Mi Band 4. But I wanted to check out the Xiaomi Mi Watch Lite and see what we can get from a smartwatch that currently sells for about $45 on AliExpress. So now let's get into the video.
Time at work, yo, is a fact I'm true to this shit. You can tell by the rap I'm truly gifted. Look, no lie, I'm high. Perp smoke all in my eyes.
So the first thing, taking a look at the box, I really like the black design and I like the design language from Xiaomi here. You have the watch design literally engraved on the watch here. It's a bit glossy, but I like the way it's presented there. You have the write-up, which says Mi Watch Lite on both the top and at the side. And it says Mi Watch Lite innovation for everyone. And at the bottom you have the model, which is Redmi Watch 2. And the Mi Watch Lite is basically a rebranded version of the Redmi Watch, and globally you know it as a Mi Watch Lite, but in China it's known as a Redmi Watch. It has a battery capacity of 230 milliampere and a voltage of 5 volts. And on the right side you have some specs. So it has built-in standalone GPS, multiple fitness mode, water resistance up to 50 meters, and you can use it for swimming, screen auto brightness, and 1.4 color HD touchscreen display, as well as 24 hours heart rate monitoring. So now let's open the box and see what we have. So first you can find the watch. It looks very much like the Apple Watch, and you can see the write-up there says designed by Xiaomi. Now let's open the box to see what we have inside. First we have that user manual. It's a bit bulky. I know a lot of people are not going to read that, so we're going to keep that aside. And also we have the charger. It looks a bit bulky. It's more like a cradle, and what it is it has the charging contacts, and all you have to do is just place the smartwatch on the contacts and it begins to charge. At the bottom we have that Mi logo there, and at the side you have some write-up. So that's basically it. The cradle can stay on the side of your bed. I really like that you can place it on the table or the bedside rest and it will literally stay there. Now moving on to setting up the smartwatch, first what you need to do is download the Xiaomi Wear app on either Android or iOS. If you're using iOS, you need to download the Xiaomi Wear Lite app. It's a bit different from Android. Also setting up, I kind of found a problem. So when it comes to the region, if you select your region, you might not have the Mi Watch Lite come up as one of the devices you can add. I found a fix by choosing Portugal, and if you choose Portugal, it comes up with the Mi Watch Lite. I would guess that's because the Mi Watch Lite has not been released globally in some of the countries, so that's why it doesn't come up as part of the devices you can add. But setting up to Portugal, you can add your device, and once you've added your device, you can move on to configuring it, so logging in, setting your data, and having it work. Also, you can choose different watch faces from the ones you have locally on the device, and also you can download from online. You have about 102 watch faces to select from, which is really nice. Now let's move on to the build quality and the design. So I like the design of the Mi Watch Lite. It looks pretty sleek. Even though it's made with plastic, it doesn't look very cheap. It comes with this square design. I really like it, and you have the 1.4 inches LCD display with 320 by 320 pixels and also 350 nits of brightness, so you shouldn't have much problem when using this outdoors. That's pretty nice. You also have 323 ppi density, so you should have a lot of colors. Also, looking at the strap, it's made with a proprietary design, so you cannot have one of the bands that you can just buy, or the 22mm bands you can buy online and fit, but you can buy one of the ones Xiaomi have for this. So it comes in different colors. You can pick one up and just switch it out. On the side you have the button. It's looks like an aluminum button, but I can't really tell, but it's really nice. That's where you press to come up with your application screen. The display also is a bit curved on all edges, so it gives a better look to the screen. And then although the screen has a lot of bezels, but it looks pretty nice. The colors are really great. At the bottom, you have the sensors for reading your heart rate, as well as you have other sensors in the phone itself. Overall, it looks pretty good. I like the design. Where I've had this on for a couple of days and I've not had a lot of problem with the strap. I find it not to be long enough, because when I want to strap it on, I have a bit of problem having the hook to fit. But overall, it has been really good. Now, moving on to performance, you can check your heart rate on here. Also, you have the workout mode where you can do outdoor running, treadmill, walking, trekking, trail run, pool swimming. It has over 10 workout modes, not as much as the Mi Band that had over 147 modes. This is very limited, but it's also nice. Basically for me, I've been using it for walking, so I have some of those data. Some of the data you can monitor on here are a bit limited, but when you move on to the app, you can see a lot of data there. Now to the main screen, when you swipe up, you have more like the notification center. You have the flashlights. You can tap to turn that off. So if you're probably in a dark area and you want to have a flashlight, you can click on that and have some kind of flashlight. Next, you have the do not disturb mode right below the flashlight. Also, you have the raise to wake mode. So if you have that enabled, once you just lift your hand, it kind of wakes up. Also, you have the wake for 5 minutes. You can turn that off or on. If you want to save a lot of your battery, you can have that turned off. But if you think you don't care about your battery, you can have that turned on and it will stay on for 5 minutes. Next, you have the lock. So if you want to lock it and you don't want to have interactions by accidental touches, you can click on that lock screen. And when you lock it, all you have to do is press the button for about 3 seconds and it will unlock, which is pretty nice. And then you have the option settings, which here you can change the watch faces, so you can select from a lot of watch faces. Back to the settings, you can adjust the brightness. You can select auto adjustment for brightness. Set the brightness to, we have basically from level 3 to level 1 being the lowest. And then back you have do not disturb, auto lock, password, system settings, which is where you can reset or reboot your smartwatch. Now, clicking on the power button or the button on the right side, it takes you to the application menu. Like I said, you have the workout mode. Also, you have the activity mode, you have the status mode. This is where it shows your daily data for the day on how much you have used, or your calories, your steps, your standing, whatever data you want to visualize. That's where you can find that. And then back, you also have the heart rate, so you can tap to monitor the heart rate. Also, you have your sleep data. And next, you have breathing, so you can use that to know if you have probably breathing fine. With the pandemic, you want to know if your lungs are properly good, so you can use that. Also, you have the compass. So pretty much been a long time since I used a compass, but if you really want to know if you're going on the right path, so you're probably hiking and you want to know if you're on the north direction, you can actually use the compass. You also have calculating the air pressure and altitude, which is pretty nice for those that go on hiking. You want to know if you are actually safe. Next, you also have music. It's pretty good for controlling your music. One thing I find to be a bit difficult here is you cannot save your music onto the device itself. You can only control your music. So if you're going to also go jogging, you still have to carry your phone with you, but you can control your music. And this works for all the music apps that you basically use. I use Spotify and I tried it with Spotify and it works. So you can increase the volume, forward, next, pause and play. That's pretty handy. Also, in the screen, you have your alarm. You can set an alarm directly from your smartwatch. You have a stopwatch. You have a timer. And in the timer interfaces, you already have some preset timing. So you have 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes, which I find pretty nice. And also you can check your weather, which comes in handy. And you can check your notifications. Now in the notifications, one thing I found to be a bit of a problem here is if you get a notification, for example, from Facebook or Instagram, after you check this notification on your phone, you have to manually come to clear them on your smartwatch. It doesn't clear automatically, so you have your notifications stacked. so you have to slide down all the way to the end and then clear them. It would have been really nice if you were able to automatically clear them. So once you view them already on your phone, it just clears from your smartwatch. That would have been really nice. Next, you have Find My Phone. So if you have your phone somewhere in around your room and you want to find it, you can click on that option and then it would help you find your phone. You have flashlights, also it comes in handy, and then back you have help also, and back to the settings. So it's a few things that you find in the options menu. You can say from Xiaomi's design language, they are just going according to the Apple Watch, they're copying Apple. So it's pretty much a nice feature. It's a nice smartwatch for $45. I think it's really great. Now coming to the battery, Xiaomi say you can use this for about 9 to 10 days on a single charge, but I found that to be some sort of exaggeration. When I got this, it came with 66% of battery charge, and I kind of put it to charge to 100%, and in a day I had used over 50% of the battery. For most part of the day, I had the display turned on for 5 minutes. I had that settings enabled. That might be a reason why I lost a huge percentage of the battery, but also based on their claims, I don't think I should have such a significant drop in battery. So I think they have a lot of explaining to do. Currently, the battery is about 39% in just 1 day use, which is not very encouraging. So I'm going to be using this for about 2 weeks, and I'll come back to you to give you feedback on how it has fared for that 2 weeks. But for using these few days I've used it, I found it to be very nice and really great. One thing I prefer the Mi Watch Lite 2 over the Mi Band is more about the square surface and how it looks. The Mi Band looks a bit small and looks more like a toy, but this looks a bit better, more sporty, more professional. Also, I had problems with reading the heart rate on the Mi Band right from the Mi Band 2. It got better on the Mi Band 4, but sometimes it kind of fails. But for all the times I've tried to read my heart rate on the Mi Watch Lite, it has actually performed very well. So I find this to be more like an improvement over the Mi Band. So I'm going to be sticking with the Mi Watch Lite, and I'll come back to you to give you back my thoughts on how it has fared for 2 weeks. If you want to see that video, you click on that subscribe button below. Also like this video, you can share to your friends, and until next time, I am Mastercard. Peace.
The time at work, yo, it's a fact I'm true to this shit. We tell by the rap I'm truly gifted. Look, no lie, I'm high. Perp smoke all in my eyes. I could barely see you through the shade. Who shade on my shine? You focus on my step, you moving backwards. I promise you lose me in the process.